Action News Now Storm Tracker weather. Coverage you can count on.
Now temperatures warmed up a little bit out there today. The winds died off a little this afternoon, but not much. It was still a pretty breezy day across Northern California. High temperatures in the valley, mainly in the middle 70s today, 75 in Chico and in Oroville. Much cooler, much more fall-like in the mountains, where we were only 56 in Mount Shasta City and 54 the afternoon. High temperature in Alturas. All of these temperatures set to climb a whole bunch tomorrow and Thursday, and we're going to start November off on a rather warm note, it looks like. Winds still were blustery today. We had 10 to 25 mile an hour winds in the valley earlier on. Now those winds have dropped out a whole bunch. We've generally got 5 to 15 mile an hour winds, and this is probably where they'll stay for the rest of the night tonight and for our day tomorrow, which is not too bad. And looking ahead, we've got nice weather headed our way for Halloween. But that north wind that we had earlier on today really sucked the moisture from the atmosphere here. We've got low humidity in the teens in many areas of the valley. And so that combination of the gusty winds and that very low humidity has prompted the red flag warning to be issued for the Sacramento Valley and for the surrounding foothills and even for the western slopes of the Sierra Nevada as well through Wednesday morning. Although the winds are diminishing some, still a bit of a breezy north wind out there, and that's going to keep our humidity low and keep the fire danger high, unfortunately. But as we get into our day tomorrow, the winds will die down a bunch. That'll allow humidity to recover a little bit, and overall tomorrow is looking a little better as far as the fire danger goes. A little warmer out there also. Not too bad, just a little bit. 53 at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, 73 at noontime. Few high clouds floating overhead. We'll top out in the low 80s tomorrow. Looks like a beautiful Halloween in our forecast. Temperatures warming up, and we'll continue that trend in early November also. Winds diminishing. Again, really nice weather out there for Halloween. And speaking of Halloween, it's tomorrow. What kind of weather can we expect to see? Not high temperature wise, but trick-or-treating wise. That's the main game there for Halloween. 5 o'clock, warm, sunny, beautiful out there. 81 degrees. That's, boy, you might be sweating a little bit under the old costume. Noon, or 7 o'clock rather, clear skies. Temperatures dipping into the low 70s. Still very comfortable weather. By 9 o'clock, getting a little spooky. Time to wrap up the trick-or-treating at that time. We'll be in the low 60s at that time. We've had a lot of Halloweens where it's rained out here, and that is not going to be the case this year. Maybe in the Pacific Northwest. Looks kind of soggy up there. Big plume of moisture in the Pacific headed in their direction. High pressure over us is going to keep our skies sunny and our temperatures warm, not only tomorrow, but it looks like for at least the first week of November. High temperatures tomorrow in Trinity and Siskiyou counties look pretty good. Now that big plume of moisture to the north of us will throw a few high clouds our way tomorrow. So let's call it partly cloudy skies in Trinity and Siskiyou counties and in the Sierra and the Cascades, basically near the Oregon border. High temperatures, though, still rather nice for the last day of October, 50s and 60s there. Low 70s on the ridge tomorrow. That's hard to beat. The Jarbo Gap winds will still be an issue again tonight. Last night they gusted to around 45 miles an hour. They'll do the same thing again tonight. So if it was windy at your house last night here on the ridge near the Feather River Canyon, it'll be windy again tonight. In the north end of the valley, low temperatures tonight in the low 50s. The north wind subsiding, not nearly as strong tomorrow. Noticeable, but not as strong. High temperatures warmer in the low 80s. In the mid-valley, overnight lows in the 40s and 50s. Tomorrow, look for high temperatures in the low 80s, warm and lighter north winds. Finally, your Storm Tracker 7-day forecast, with the weekend is always in view. We kick off November in the mid-80s, and we kind of bounce around for the first week of November in the low to mid-80s. That is a very warm start to November. Average high temperatures are slightly in the upper 60s. So this is a lot warmer than we should be this time of the year. But hey, for Halloween, nobody wants to see rain, and we've got that nice sunshine coming our way.
Thank you, Chris. Well, I said this at 5 o'clock. I'm going to say this real quick. Friday is Lee Carroll's last day, which makes this